Welcome to Monday Minutes with Jesse and Kelly. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Jessie, and this is a short video where we explore Koha. Today, we're going to talk about Bugzilla.
Yep, Jesse, you're right. Good morning. Good morning.
How's it going this week?
Great, great. I hear you were at ALA last month. We didn't even talk about it. We saw so many partners.
Saw so many partners. It was fantastic, and got to sneak into some presentations and see some of our partners even speak. So it was fantastic.
That's awesome. I'm so jealous. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen, and we have Bugzilla, which we talked about last week. This week, we're going to talk about filing a bug within Bugzilla and how to comment. So luckily, we were able to scrounge something up that we could put out into Bugzilla, but you should always first, what should we always do first?
Search and make sure it doesn't exist.
Exactly. So this bug has to do with note fields throughout Koha that need and should want or should allow for HTML tags. So these are notes like public notes in items, public notes in course reserves, and there was a security issue with 1811 that prohibited these, but we're slowly adding them back in. So this is just another area we have found that HTML tags are not allowed. So these are, where were these HTML tags looking? Hold notes.
Hold notes.
So I'll just do HTML, which is an important piece of information, and like hold notes. Let's see. And then you can always, if something looks maybe possible, you can always click any of these. None of these really show what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes if you know that there's a similar bug, for example, a good example would be like system preferences or permissions in a patron's account, you can start and look there. Some other troubleshooting tips I always like is if you go to the Koha staff or OPAC, and you're looking for a specific section, like right now, Kelly's looking at the patron attribute types in administration. If you search and you don't find everything, look at the URL, because the URL is static and it will always have a specific location where you can grab that piece and search for it, because it'll do a full text search. And if somebody mentions that in a comment, it will pull that back.
You're right. Absolutely. Great. Yeah, I love when I look at search for Bugzilla, I always put the system preference, no spaces, and then I try without spaces just to see if somebody put it in another way.
Excellent.
Okay, so right here, after we do a search, you can see I'm logged in. You do need to be logged in to submit a bug. So this is my account that we created last week. Go ahead and create new. Generally, most of the time you are going to be choosing a Koha bug. Then you're going to pick the component, so where this lives within Koha. So you can see all the components that are here. I'm going to do possibly hold requests. This is always one of those, like, I'm not really sure. Severity, I think, is one area that there's a lot of fields that you may not need to fill in, but I think severity, whether it's an enhancement or it's actually an issue within Koha, is important. So I'm going to say that this is minor. And then all this can be ignored. You're just going to give it a title. So I will write hold notes should allow for HTML tags. And it's searching here. So actually there's a 2 at the bottom, 3 at the bottom, that there are public notes, a circulation note, and OPAC. So this is something that has been filed for different areas in Koha, but this is one that it's not there.
And I want to just jump in, Kelly, real quick and say, one thing that's really great about the Koha community is if you file this and then you find that, maybe you missed something, people are so quick to jump in and help you. So they'll comment on it or maybe change something. So if you put it in the wrong component, they'll fix it for you. So don't worry about that. If you're not 100% sure, put it where you think it belongs, and then the community will help.
Correct. And this is the hold notes. So this is when a staff member is placing a note when they are placing a hold. Okay. I always like to refer to the version when I do it. However, you do pick the version up here. So, okay. I don't think I need much more. Do you?
I think that looks great. We're telling them exactly what's going on. Sometimes I reference another bug. So like you can say, this is similar to the actions in the public notes or OPAC.
And it's nice that they're right above.
Perfect.
Okay. And then I can go ahead and just hit submit. Oh, my screen is hiding my screen. Okay.
Awesome.
Then I can see my bug. I can see my title. And then you are automatically going to be added as a CC to that. So you will get updates. As Jesse was saying, somebody may jump in and realize that it is a duplicate bug, or giving it more examples, or asking a question, that you'll get emails about that.
And you can even add one of your colleagues. So like if Kelly wanted to add me on to that, she could go in there and say, add my email address, and then I would automatically be added as a CC. So anytime this got an update, we'd see that information in there.
So I'm going to add Jesse, and then I'll save the changes. So perfect. There you go. So we went ahead and submitted a bug. That's so exciting.
Nice job, Kelly.
Good job, Jesse.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of Monday Minutes, where we walked you through submitting a bug on Bugzilla. Please join us next week.
Yeah. Have a great week, Jesse.
Have a great week, Kelly.